And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey folks, today we're taking a look at a game called Port of Piraeus. This is a game that doesn't look that exciting when you see it. It looks kind of boring, the whole gray motif. It's a game about trading goods, which of course is super exciting. I know I'm being sarcastic, I apologize. Okay, it was, I can't even fake it. Okay, but I have learned a long time ago that these sort of games, I shouldn't judge games by their covers, that there could be an actually really fun game inside here. And it does have manipulation of prices, which is something I find interesting. Let's see if my hopes overcome my expectations. The goal in this game is to get the most money. So you're going to have money, and at the end of the game, you're going to turn goods in for money, and you're trying to get sets of goods. Each player is going to start with 8 cards. They have 2 cards of 4 different types of goods, but they might not have the same exact 4 goods that someone else has. So if I get, for example, a set could be all furs of different colors. So if I have a purple or red, and if I got a green here, I have a set of 3, and that's worth 27 coins at the end of the game. A set of 4 is 40, a set of 5 is 50, and a set of 6, which I like to think of as the impossible set, gives you 70 coins. Now the game is going to be set over 8 turns, which are kept track of here. And you'll notice that there are 6 different goods, and it even shows you here what colors have those goods underneath. The goods have a starting price of 5. The Greeks are going to be involved, and they're going to put some cards out here at the beginning of each turn. These are cards that kind of help set the price of the market. Each player is going to simultaneously decide whether they're going to be a seller or a buyer. And then they're going to have to consistently ask the person who owns the game which of these that means, if you're a seller or a buyer. But the money is buyer, and this here is seller. If more people have picked buy than pick sell, so if there are more buyers, then all the prices go up of the goods that are shown here. So this one here shows 2 bags of spices, so that would go up by 2. This one here shows cloth, so that would go up by 1. If there were more buyers than sellers, the opposite would happen. The spices would go down by 2, and the cloth would go down by 1. So that's going to happen first. Then each person who is a seller can pick a card from their hand, or 2, and place them on the table. And these cards are going to be available for people to buy. However, afterwards, everyone's done putting these out, each good that's for sale is going to go down in price again, equal to whatever's out. So there's 2 diamonds out here, so the diamond price would go down by 2. Then each buyer can buy a card and play. They put their token on that card, and they will pay the price. If multiple people put their token on the card, they have to have an auction for it. After everyone is done doing that, any player cards that have been played that no one has bought are sold to the bank for whatever the price is here. You'll keep going. You'll do this 8 rounds in a row. At the end of the rounds, you'll score points. Like I mentioned, I should mention that sets of cards cannot include your own color. They have to be cards you picked up from another player or cards that you've bought from the Greeks. Most money wins the game. No, my hopes were ill-founded. This game is garbage. Really, this game is one of those games that's too complicated for what it is. I don't mind the end game conditions. You're trying to get money. You turn in sets. Okay, right. That's what you're trying to get for this game. Yes, it's kind of a lame theme. Yes, it's the same goods that we always trade in these games over and 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 over again. And really, you guys have got to come up with different themes. There are millions of different items in the world that you can trade and sell. Why does it constantly have to be spices, silk, gems? Come on now. Okay, but anyway, whatever. Where this game runs into a problem is just it's too convoluted for what it is. So, okay, everyone put out their chips, turn them over. Okay, is there more buyers or sellers? Oh, what does my chip mean again? It's a buying chip. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, there's more buyers. Oh, they're the same? Okay, well, there's 3 different things that will happen. So if we pick buyers, this happens. If we pick sellers, it happens. Did they give us a reference card for it? They did not? Okay, great. Look it up in the rule book and move the chips accordingly. All right, they're moved. Now the sellers put your stuff out. Well, what's the turn order for sellers putting things out? They're supposed to do it all at the same time. Oh, okay, so sellers put their stuff out. Prices drop some more. Goods are sold. Buyers, are you going to buy stuff? Yes. Okay, how do we put those out? As fast as you can. Well, I'm not putting mine out till John puts his out. I'm not putting mine out till Susan puts her out. Guys, we got to put these chips out on the board. Finally, people put their chips out. All right, we're buying these goods. Yay, we all bought a good. Do you feel better? Is the game fun yet? A resounding no from everyone. Maybe the second round will be more exciting. It's not. The game just doesn't have any interesting things going on at all. Sure, you're trying to buy low, sell high. But the game, the price, I mean, if you sell, the price goes down automatically. There's never like this great time to sell. And if you sell, someone else... they're just not, it's not interesting. The fact that everyone has different goods, also not interesting. You're trying to get sets and you're sitting there going, oh, I need to get this set. And you think it would be fun because you're auctioning off a high price for something, but you're auctioning off victory points and you have to sit there and go, okay, a set of 3 things at the end of the game is 27. So I've already paid 8 and 6, 14. So the 13 is 12 is the highest I'll bid to get that card in this set. The card quality, the artwork is not that good. It's very samey. If you play with less than 6 players, there's rounds where everyone buys or everyone sells, which are really boring rounds. The game is boring. I almost fell asleep while explaining how to play it there. I did not, fortunately, but I'm never playing this again. It's just dry, dull, boring, and honestly doesn't work with kind of poorly written rules. I'm trying to think of something good to say about this game, but I can't think of anything right now. Dice Tower Judgment, abominable.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.
Shut the door!